People understand the real estate market about as well as my cousin understands the cryptocurrency market, choosing a cryptocurrency that's supposed to overtake Bitcoin, so not very well. Today I want to just talk about some of the stats that are actually involved with people purchasing homes, specifically sellers' concessions, list to sold value, and then just some of the news articles that people are seeing. So my name is Peyton Clancy Fairbanks, and let's talk about it. Sellers' concessions. And no, I'm not talking about going to your kid's basketball game and buying a bag of popcorn. I'm talking about sellers' contributions to a buyer's closing costs, repairs, whatever and whatnot. Are they actually happening in today's market? Well, are Americans' attention spans decreasing by the day? I think that answers your question. So statistically, how do we know that there's actually more people giving sellers concessions? Well, we just pulled off of the Utah MLS, which I can do. Specifically, looking at October of 2022, there were 2,594 real estate transactions. Of those, 1,271 of them had sellers concessions, or right around 49%. And then going a little bit further in history, looking at 2019, there were 48,834 homes sold, 24,949 of them, or about 51% had sellers concessions. So you can see those numbers are fairly comparable. But then when we go to 2020, that number went down to 43% of homes had sellers concessions. 2021, it was all the way down to 22%. And then the combined average for this entire year is actually only 28%. So you can see that the expectation of sellers concessions isn't as high as it really should be. And it should be something that you realize that if you're buying a home right now, about 50% of the time you're gonna get some kind of a seller concession, according to what the stats actually are. So with this information, going into it and understanding that since May of this year, sellers concessions have consistently rose, that gives you a better idea of what you're gonna actually be getting into if you decide to purchase a home at this moment in time, or what the market just looks like in general. So now that we're done talking about buying popcorn at your kid's basketball game, next let's talk about list to sold value. And the perfect example of this is the toilet paper crisis of 2020. You were buying 1-ply toilet paper for the price of 3-ply toilet paper. And that was the same thing for the housing market in 2021 and the beginning of 2022. You were buying 1-ply toilet paper homes for 3-ply toilet paper prices. And this is still the expectation of sellers currently in this market. But the truth of it is that buyers are expecting to pay right around 95% of what the home's value is. How do I know this? I know because in October of 2022, median list price was $515,500, where the median sold price was $489,995, a 5% decrease on the original list price. This is important to understand just in general, that if you're going into buying a home, it should be expected that you're going to be paying less than list value. Now, there's some nuance to this, absolutely, but this is just the statistics of it and what median list to median sold value actually is. So make sure that you understand that and you don't go and buy yourself a house. And so just blabbering about it in general, the purpose of these stats are for you to understand that if you're entering the real estate market right now or watching from far away, about 50% of homes are gonna have some form of seller's concessions. You're gonna buy a home for about 95% of what its list price is. And lastly, any news that you're seeing is about 2 months, 3 months, 1 month behind what has actually already happened. So just be aware of that, understand what's going on. Let me know if you have any other questions. A like and subscribe is always super hugely useful. Hope you have a great day and bye-bye now.